Money day, guys and girls. I hope you're blessed. Today we are back with another episode of Sunday Setups, and I hope you guys are enjoying the bank holiday weekend. This is the time where, of course, Carnival is on. So if you're not watching this right now and you're in UK, so if you're not watching this video when it comes out on Sunday or even Monday, maybe it's because your weekend has been very lit, pun intended. But with that being said, of course, we do actually have a very lit week ahead of us in regards to the economical news. It kickstarts off really and truly, guys, on Tuesday because we've got the Fed speaking with the FOMC member, William Speaks. And then moving on into the midweek hump day, as we call it, we've also got the Bank of Japan speaking. We've also got GDP for the Canadian dollar, as well as ADP, okay, which is the non-farm employment change. And this will be ahead of the NFP on Friday. And we've also got CPI for the euro as well. So we've got the unemployment change, for the euro for Germany. And of course, the unemployment change and rate is going to be a big indication to how the European economy is actually forming. And there is actually a huge suspicion right now, or a huge assumption, that the euro will fall into a recession. Of course, with their previous rate hike, they only hiked their rate by 0.5%, so it hasn't been nowhere near as much as other central banks have done. But there is, like I said, a high assumption right now that with what's going on inside of the eurozone, it's most likely that their economy will fall into a recession sometime soon, which, to be honest with you guys, I believe we're all in a recession at the moment. But they just haven't really, publicly said it. But when you got the Bank of England, who have been speaking about Mr. Bailey, he's been saying for the past 4 or 5 months that we're in a recession. So, I definitely think this recession is going to be catastrophic. And I believe that because of how bad this recession will be, I believe that the media are doing their best to cover it up until they literally can't cover it up anymore. So with that being said, we've got PMI for the pound and for the euro on Thursday. And we've also got jobless claims. Okay, we've got the unemployment rate for the euro, but we've also got jobless claims for the dollar, which is also going to kickstart and provide a lot of volatility inside of the market. So really and truly, guys, from Wednesday to Friday, it's going to be a really action-packed week with a lot of volumes. We do, of course, have to be very vigilant on the charts, and of course, as always, very patient. And then we've got NFP. We've got NFP on Friday, of course, the unemployment rate as well at 130, but NFP is definitely going to steal the show, and we could probably see some big moves taking place. So with that being said, if you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and share this video with a friend if you find the content we provide valuable, or if you just find our content entertaining. Please smash the like button, drop a comment below, let us know what you like, or let us know what you would like for us to do moving forward. And if you guys want to follow our trades, you can head over to our website, click on the button which says follow our trades, and simply join our Discord. It's a free channel where we provide you guys with setup, which just means, guys, you're receiving value after value after value from us. And we have got some amazing packages that we would love for you guys to check out. So if you manage to get onto the website, have a look, have a browse, and of course, guys, stay lit. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for smashing the like button. We're going to kickstart off our week by looking at the DXY. And now I'm actually looking for the DXY for us to get a drop down. Okay, I'm looking for us to form a higher low because we have had the higher high formed. And I'd like us to have a higher low formed so that we could then have a higher high formed. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, if you go on the quarterly chart, okay, we can see that we've really got a lot of imbalance to be filled above here, and just because we have imbalance doesn't mean that I'm expecting price just complete all of it and then return lower. No, what I'm actually looking to see really is price actually reach this area here. If price can reach this quarterly candle, then I believe we could be in favor of seeing a really deep move. Okay, now we are still currently sitting inside of an area where we have had a reaction. We've had a pullback. This is an area where price is comfortable mitigating. And actually, if I go onto my daily chart, I've got an institutional level just above here as well. So I'm going to set an alert for that. And if price does reach this eye level this week, I'll be sure to let you guys know inside of the Discord. Okay, so the Discord for us is a is a paid membership channel of £25 a month subscription. So if you guys want access to that, you can request community access by going onto the packages page on our website. But I'm looking to see higher prices, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't be content with first seeing us form a higher low, maybe pushing down, playing out at this eye level before price then pushes up and makes a higher high. Okay, the weekly to me does look like, you know, we are very bullish. We've had a higher high, higher low. We've now had the higher high. You know, if price can push back down, fill some of this imbalance and push up, I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing for us. So with that being said, I'm going to take you guys over to the S&P 500. Now, with the S&P, my battery is low, so I'm going to put it on charge. But with the S&P 500, guys, there was a massive sell-off towards the end of last week. And of course, maybe a lot of people, a lot of you, but maybe a lot of you also missed out on it. Now, what we can see here is we had a sniper reaction from our eye level here, which is really, really nice to see from an educational perspective for those who are students who are watching these videos. We can see here, if we go on to the daily chart, okay, if we can just break this down a bit more and I could just really show you guys what I'm looking at moving forward is we had a nice retest here. So we had an eye level reaction once, price dropped down, we had a second eye level reaction, and now price is pushing down. This imbalance area here is favorable for me to see a reaction. Okay, we've taken out a lot of buy side liquidity. And actually, as price is taking out this high, we have actually changed the structure on the daily from bearish to now bullish. So with us taking out the lower highs, I'd like to see price just push down a bit lower. And if I grab out, if I get the fib out for you guys, we can see here, okay, that if price does react out of this area here, okay, it's just going to be beneath our 50%, which would just make it a discount area for us to buy from. But the lower it drops, the better it would be, okay? We can see there's another imbalance area down here. Maybe this move here is a bit too obvious. And maybe for that reason, we get price maybe react subtly, but then continue pushing down lower. Who knows? Either way, I'm going to be prepared and ready to react to see if price can react out of this area or this area below down here. Of course, the most favorable position would be down here at the 79%. So I would actually be going in very, very light if we are to get a reaction around the 50% area. But nonetheless, what I would like to see is the highest targeted. Okay, I think we had a massive sell-off last week towards the end of the market close, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a gap down for us to then, of course, close the gap and push up. We have got NFP on Friday, and I believe that we are potentially, I mean, let's have a look here. Let's go back onto the economic calendar. Non-farm payroll, so the forecast is 285,000. Okay, let's have a look. Let's just double check that. The previous was 398,000. Okay. The actual was 528,000. Okay, and the forecast was 250. So April. Okay, cool. So what we need to really take into consideration here, guys, look, from September here, the forecast is 285,000. What we really need to take into consideration is the outcome. Of course, if we do get a positive outcome, that will be strong for the dollar. And the indices may take a dive, they may take a dive further. But what I would like to see, if I'm really looking at this from a higher time frame, because we're also coming, this is also the last month. It's the last month, it's the last week of the month. Now, if I go into a blank canvas here, this picture here does, in my personal opinion, show me that prices will continue to push lower and maybe will even make a new low. From this picture here, off of the monthly, I think that price could push down and complete, it could come down to the length of this candle, maybe even lower, and react from a monthly lit block around here. However, with that being said, because the news is, hasn't yet been printed, we can't, of course, make our opinion based on something that hasn't happened. So, as much as we could see prices push down lower, we also do have to take into consideration that the lower high on the weekly was taken out. Okay, so if prices can push down a bit lower, there's no reason why we can't expect to see prices push up higher and actually work on taking out some buy side liquidity. So we have got some targets as well. We've got the JP Morgan number of 3,400, and we've also got the JP Morgan 5,000 level, which is areas which the analysts from JP Morgan have forecasted the markets will touch before the end of the year. So whichever one it goes to, of course, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if we hit the higher number first before the lower number. But nonetheless, guys, I'm going to be keeping you lot up to date and informed inside the Discord as always. Now, I've gone on for quite a bit, so I'm going to end this with not GU, probably AU. Okay, AU was quite nice last week because what we saw with AU on the daily here, if I can just, there we are. On the daily, we can see that price actually pushed up. It pushed past the 62% and actually wicked around the 70% and then pushed down lower. And for those of you who know, the 70% is really our G spot. So we had prices come up, not high enough. Now, if you guys will go back maybe 3 episodes on my Sunday setups outlook, I did say I wanted prices to come up a bit higher into the 79 zone. And unfortunately, it came close, but not close enough. And it actually did react downwards. So we have, of course, missed the move on this one, but nonetheless, you know, missing an opportunity gives us a chance to really understand the pair in a bit more detail. And of course, it just means we've got to wait for the next train. So I would like to see this now push down lower. Okay, I would like to see us continue lower, taking out the lows. And if this does push down lower, then of course, it's just going to give us more clarity with the indices also pushing lower as well. So if this could take out this equal low that has formed here, and then maybe react off of this candle. I don't have a reason for this to react higher. Okay, I do think this can continue pushing down lower, and for that reason, I have to be quite careful. And also with the pound. Okay, the pound is near an all-time low. Okay, this is the all-time low, so it's not necessarily close, but it's close enough for us to understand that a lot of downside liquidity, a lot of downside pressure has definitely been injected into this since last year, May. And I do think we are going to reach a new all-time low with the pound. I don't think it will be this week, but I think it's definitely coming. So I'm bearish on the indices right now. I'm bearish on the currency market right now, but again, it's also depending on the DXY. I do believe the DXY can push up if the DXY does decide to turn around and have a titanic decline downwards. Then that is going to change the direction on the indices as well as on the currencies, the majors as well. So I would like to see some fight back with the S&P this week. I'd like to see us have some type of buying pressure come into this once we have the targets below reached. And then I would also like to see on the currencies, on the 2 majors, I'd like to see some downside pressure achieved first before we get that reversal. And, you know, at the moment, we've had the lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we need to see a lower low form so that we can get the lower high. So that is going to be my outlook for this week, guys. I'm going to be keeping you guys informed mainly through the Discord. Okay, that's news updates, that's market trends, that's daily updates, daily outlooks. Every morning we're providing you guys with an outlook, and we don't want you guys to miss out on any opportunities that we see. So thank you for tuning in. If you've got any questions, be sure to share them with us. And again, guys, always remember, every day is money day. Peace.